boner juice. Parks and museums, colossal buildings towering over you. If you've ever been to the city of San Francisco, you will have witnessed the sheer beauty of these sights. Of course, that's all the touristy sites, but if you have a job in the city, like Wolfgang, you'll know that the city isn't all beauty. Parts like the projects is a perfect example of very bad and poor areas that are slowly being rebuilt due to the health department in San Francisco, Wolfgang's employer. Wolfgang Stuwe works at the health department in San Francisco. He has been working there for 26 years, dealing with endeavors in medicine, homelessness, and as well as poverty within the city. He occasionally works in soup kitchens to help feed the homeless. For other such projects, he does not take credit for himself, but instead is a group effort. In a world of people heavily disliking the government, Wolfgang shines on as one of the few good governmental workers. He works for the people instead for himself. He enjoys what he does and gives it 110% to complete what he needs to. Wolfgang goes to work to actually work. He doesn't just punch a time card and wait till he gets off, but works and doesn't stop working until he is told to do so. His compassion and energy for his job is easily seen by anyone who has worked with him. Wolfgang was born in Germany and lived there until he was 26. As a young adult in Germany, he made money by starting up a stained glass business with his friend, as well as a home restoration business. Though it didn't pay a lot, it was enough to support him. He finished his master's in sociology at the University of Berlin. He later came to the U.S. and soon began work as a handyman in Georgia. Subsequently traveled through the United States and ended up in San Francisco. In San Francisco, he continued work as a handyman as well as a counselor in a group home and started studying psychology. He finished with a master's in psychology in 1987 and as part of it started working with the health department in the city and county jails. "26 years is a long time to be working the same job, but for Wolfgang, it's what he does without a single regret, working on endeavors that deal with medicine, homelessness, and poverty all within the city. He started working in 1986 as an intern. In 1987, he earned his first job at the health department, and soon after, in 1989, in the midst of the AIDS/HIV outbreak, Wolfgang did all he could to help. Featured in 1989's February 13th Newsweek magazine about visiting jails and helping educate inmates about the disease and spreading awareness. Though he may seem all work and no play, Wolfgang is a very active individual outside of his work. Wolfgang likes to travel with his family as well as exercise. Along with his exquisite taste in food, he and his wife Leslie tend to a small garden that they maintain in their backyard. Wolfgang's compassion for making a healthy lifestyle for people in the big city has carried into his home life. With fresh produce from their garden, they like to spice up their meals, along with eating healthy. Wolfgang exercises regularly to help stay in shape. In fact, this lifestyle was a choice he made in response to December 2000. Wolfgang suffered a heart attack due to an unhealthy passive smoking. After his heart attack, Wolfgang quit smoking and began his path to living a healthy lifestyle and led to what it is today. He exercises regularly to stay in shape. He runs almost every day and enjoys going on long bike rides occasionally. Wolfgang just recently competed in the Bridge to Bridge run in San Francisco, which helped benefit the Special Olympics. Having worked within the department for the last 14 years providing housing, medical care, and support services to homeless folks, there are now significant changes coming with the Affordable Care Act changes, such as reimbursement for services will be very different in the sense that it is a capitated rate per patient per month, as well as changes in the overall delivery of health care. Given these changes, it is unclear how this will directly impact his section's work. Wolfgang is planning to retire after 27 years of service in the big city and is taking on the challenge of running the family business. Retiring for Wolfgang doesn't mean his working lifestyle will stop and help improving houses. The family business gives Wolfgang a chance to work in improving tenants' lives in an apartment building, a smaller scale than a big city. He is more than happy to do what it takes to help improve not only the tenants' lives, but as well as his father-in-law's, the owner of the apartments.